The importance of finding a coach, especially a business coach that aligns with you. Guys, I am seeing so many coaches pop up on the internet, and I just want to kind of do a little differentiation here of what, what is that, and is a coach a right fit for you? Sometimes I also get asked this question of like, is coaching right for me? And I want to answer that question on today's call. So, number one, what is a business coach? In my definition of business coaching, with me specifically, it is lifestyle and business. I do an alignment of everything. It's not just one thing, because I have found that, when I first started out, I just did tactile, tactile, tactile. And that does help and that gets you so far. But what I've realized is so many people have problems in their head. Like, this is the thing that's keeping them back. And so, as I evolved into business coaching, and this is what I see in most business coaches, they just are like, well, I did it this way, so I guess I'm just going to teach on it's all tactile. But as I started to evolve, and as you have your cycles, and everyone's going to have a cycle within 5 years, people are going to go up and down and around in all things. Typically, people have a cycle every 5 to 10 years. Okay. And if you haven't been in a cycle, then you haven't been in business long enough. I always say that. And I thought I was the exception, but I wasn't. Okay. And that being said, um, you're gonna evolve. And it's not so much about just tactile anymore, especially now, because tactile you can get from AI, you can get from the internet, but it's really about first understanding you, your core values, who you are, what you believe in, what you want. And part of coaching at PelviBiz is we evaluate that. We get to like, what do you truly want out of this? Who are you? Who do you need to become to then get that to the next level, right? And then we also I'm looking at your lifestyle. I'm looking at your spouse. I'm looking at your kids. I'm looking at your time. I'm looking at where you are. Like, are you still stuck in a job and need to get out of that? We're auditing all of that. Okay. And then from there, I'm like, okay, well, what does this look like for you? Like, what's the vision here? And then I make suggestions. And then from there, it's about building you up as a person, because the more I can get you more confident, you feeling good, you having energy, you feeling aligned with your spouse, you feeling aligned with like the kids and also the work. I don't ever say balance, but like all of that, then everything else will just grow. It will just grow. People are like, really? I'm like, yeah. So PelviBiz, I think, is very different, not only because we have one of the best results I've seen in coaching, no joke, especially in the healthcare space. We move people very quickly. So I'd say results is like the biggest thing that of why we're different than other coaches. That's number one. Number two, our community is fire. I'm talking about like the girls in the community are phenomenal. Like, everyone supports each other. Everyone's compassionate towards each other. Everyone, shares what's on their heart. And it's just an amazing freaking community. And I don't let anyone in that community unless I feel like it's a right fit. So I think that also sets us apart. Also, we're a smaller-ish group niche of people. So it's not like there's massive amounts of people and you don't know anyone. Like, you got to know these people. Okay. And the way I coach, because I have energy, because I make that very top priority, is yes, we have modules, but this also sets us apart, is that I coach you specifically for you, meaning I like literally make my clients videos every single day and send it to them saying, hey, this is where you're at and this is where we need to go. And then they go do the thing, send me a video back and do the thing. Most coaches, I don't know actually one other coach that does this, and I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching. I'm the only one kind of crazy enough to do it because it takes a lot of energy and effort. But I believe it's what gives you the feedback the quickest and moves you the quickest. In addition to that, we have cloned our mind. And so if you want immediate feedback in 2 seconds, our mind will help you out. And it is very good because we've been working with this now for almost a year. So it's not just like, oh yeah, it's another AI chat. No, it's not. Okay, it's my voice, it's everything. So I think that's also what sets us apart, is that you get immediate feedback like this. You're, like I said, you get modules and all that. I don't think that makes us necessarily different, but the modules are completely different than what you're going to get. But a lot of programs have modules. I don't like to just say, watch my modules, good luck, because I believe every business is different. We also have the only CRM that is built out fully for pelvic floor and orthopedic practices in the therapy land. And so that is huge because you don't have to figure that out. We also have tech support weekly, which is amazing. And so you're not sitting there on YouTube trying to figure it out yourself. You can get your questions answered. And so all these things that, and by the way, the price that we have our program at is insanely, like, it's really, really good for all that you get. And then we have events and stuff like that as well. But I say this because going back to coaching, the heart of coaching, because I think coaching is very diluted, like that word is very diluted. I have been the only coach that I know in the healthcare space that has built a 7-figure business in brick and mortar and a 7-figure online together at the same time. I didn't have a partner. I didn't have anything. Okay. And I say that because I know how to build online and I know how to build in person. And I think most coaches do one or the other. And I know how to do both. And that's why we have people in our program that do just online, do a hybrid, or do just in person. And so we have a gamma of all that. I think that also makes us different because we can pivot and do any of that. And when it comes to coaching, I think really what sets us apart, besides everything I just said, is that we care. We care a lot. We are, with you. We are cheering you on. Besides just cheering you on, we are giving you everything possible to be successful. And yes, you have to do the work, but it's literally saying, here you go. And so we have people move very quickly because I believe of how we have things set up and laid out for people. And I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that. And I believe that it's not just business. I believe we attract the people that want it the most. Because I'm very direct. If you want a coach that wants to push you and take you to the next level, I'm it. If you want someone that's going to give you cupcakes and ice cream, I'm not it. I'm not it. Because I don't believe in rewarding the behavior that doesn't do anything. I believe in rewarding the behavior that actually pushes you to be a better person. I believe that you should be uncomfortable every single day, that you should stay uncomfortable. I deeply believe that. Because you will see and become so freaking proud of yourself about who you actually become. And that is like the coolest freaking part, is you change with you and your partner's relationship. That might but change in like a better way. It doesn't have to like change drastically, but it can be elevated. Like, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to have a better relationship with their partner? I do. Who doesn't want to have a better relationship with their kids and their kids understand that mommy has to work and that it's okay if you go over here and have a play date because everything's going to be okay and I get to come back to you and I get to then give you my attention fully? Like, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to feel better about themselves and keep elevating themselves so more people are attracted to them? More people are like, oh my gosh, like I have to be surrounded by you, like you're awesome. Like, you want to be a magnet. A magnet. And if you're not a magnet, that's a problem. So it's like you want to be able to level yourself up. Every single day, level yourself up. And so I think, again, that just makes us different because I will put you outside your comfort zone. And most people are like, I don't want to do that. That's too scary. But the reality is, once you actually do it, instead of saying, I think of like a mountain, and like people want to stay at the bottom of the hill. They don't want to go climb over it, or they don't want to like create the tunnel and go through it. Stay on the other side of that mountain. But guess what? You're going to look back at your life, and I really do believe you'll have massive regret of like, I should have tried that. I thought about it, but like, I was too scared. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. hit it head on. And I teach you that. You don't have to have it now. You don't have to have the confidence. You don't have to have the belief. I'll give you that. And I think that's also really what sets us apart. Is I deeply believe in my clients. Deeply. Because I know they have the path. Because I gave it to them. They just have to be willing to do the action that's associated with it. And if they are, they get rewarded. And I have massive proof on that. And so I think when you're looking for a coach, if you guys are on the fence and you're looking for a coach, look at what we've done. Look at who we helped. Ask yourself, like, do I need someone there to help build my confidence and give me a boost? Do I need clarity? Do I need a path forward? Am I living the life that I actually want to live? Like, truly, am I living that? If you're not, then you need a coach. Because every day that you do not have a coach, it is costing you money and time that you are not at where you want to be. I always have a coach myself, guys, because a coach gives me energy. They elevate me. They tell me what direction to go in. But if I were not to have a coach and I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs, I am wasting so much time and energy. They've already done it. I pick a coach where I want to be. That's another thing. Pick a coach where you want to be. If you want to, and I think this is also, again, what makes us different, is if you want a coach that not only has built things massively, has then had an exit, okay, because they've created an asset, to create an asset to sell something, you have to have really good systems that actually can be implemented, okay, to then be able to get my time back, to then have a completely empty schedule and I can do whatever, whenever. If you want that, I'm your coach. I've done it. Most people haven't done that. They haven't gotten to that level. There's so many different levels. So this is not a episode of convincing you that I'm your coach. This is an episode of weeding out the people that who is a right fit and who's not. And I can also tell you who's not a right fit. The people that are not a right fit for us is the people that are just like, yeah, I'm just going to try this thing. I'm dabbling. No, I want people to have big goals and big dreams. That's my people. I want people that are scared or so scared, but are like, okay, Kelly, whatever you say, I'm willing to do it because they know that I have their back. Those are the people I want. I want people that are like, I want to change my life. I want those people. But if you're like, I'm good. Like, I'm kind of content. I'm good where I'm at. Those are not the people I want to work with. Because those people will stay stuck and they will self-sabotage. And I do not want to work with those people. Because just like you guys get enjoyment out of patients making progress, I get so much fulfillment seeing you guys go from here all the way up here. And doing it quickly without all the frustration and overwhelm. And that's who we want. We want the people that want it. That's really it. And that's like a cool person. You have to be cool. And you just have to want it. And you have to be nice and kind. And I'll push you and make you uncomfortable, but I'm also very nice and kind. And I'm very giving. But I'll probably make you uncomfortable. And that's okay. That's why you hired me. I need to make you uncomfortable. Okay? So anyways, that kind of is, I guess this episode really is about coaching and what really makes us different. And why every hour you don't have a coach, you're literally wasting time and money. I truly, deeply believe that. Ever since I started businesses, I have had coaches every step of the way. Multiple coaches, actually. Millionaires, billionaires, multiple billionaire coaches, because I want to see what are they doing that I'm not? Why are they at that level and I'm not? And see how they do it, and then bring it all back to you guys and put it in a healthcare perspective. So anyways, hopefully this episode helps, guys. If someone is on the fence of like, hey, I just don't know if this is right fit for me or whatever else, hopefully this gives clarity on what coaching is and how we operate. So if you guys are looking for a coach, just at me at Pelvibiz, Pelvibiz, and say, hey, I'm looking for coaching. Can we get on a call? I'd be happy to jump on a call with you, talk about where you're at, what your needs are, and just to see if it's a good fit, or if I'm like, hey, nope, this is not our vibe, go see this person. So, all right, guys, we'll talk soon. Bye bye.